Game Beard.
Let's build the autocannon. Here you can see the autocannon attached to a crab loader. We're going to build this gun. There's a lot of small parts, but it looks really good. This is a pretty popular gun. There's not a lot of guns, but this is one of them. And you may want to build a few. Maybe, well, I recommend building 4 of them. If you're building both teams, then you got to have at least 4 of these. The good thing is you can swap them out. So if you need a third one, they go for every color, because I got a gray plate there so that they can attach to any crab. Anyways, let's look at the parts. First, you're going to print it out. You'll get 2 per paper. You'll get 2 per paper, and here are all the parts. You'll want to cut them all out in advance. It is nice if you're making a bunch of them at once. I mean, like if you're making 4. It does take longer to cut out all your parts, but it's pretty nice to have them all finished. You focus on one piece at a time, do it like 4 times. Whatever. If you're only making 1, that's great. You can do that too. Let's start with the easy part. This is the plate. This is like the plate that connects to the back of the loader. It's simple shape. So let's fold it. Folds in half. Gotta move that. Okay. Kind of line it up. Ooh, that didn't line up so great. It's okay, I can trim it. I'm gonna add some glue. Glue it down. Wow, you might do a better job lining that up. I'm just going to trim it. You could trim it too if it's not perfect. I'll just trim it. Ooh, that shakes my camera. It's like an action feature. It's like Saving Private Ryan. The camera's shaking, chaos is happening. So you can see I have a little, extra white. I'm just going to trim it off. It may not be perfect, but it'll be fine. You won't even be able to tell. Okay. So now I need to fold down these tabs. These tabs will connect into the back of the loader. So I'm going to fold these down. This piece is mirrored, or, it's shown, this piece is on the back of the loader, so this just goes right on top of it. So that piece will just go right on top of it. Here you can see the center point, but the gun is going to cover it up, and there'll be a new center point on the top of the gun that'll, for the most part, line up with that yellow dot. But that's it. There's the little kind of the plate that attaches to the back, so that's easy. All right, put that aside. Let's make the body of the gun. So here's the part for the body of the gun. There's a lot of different things I need to fold here. Let me see. Let me get right here. It may be difficult to see in the video because the line is very similar. But there's 2 lines here, and you're going to fold these. If you can't see them on the camera, you'll be able to see them on the printout. But there's a very thin, it's a slightly lighter line here and here, and I'm going to fold those. Those are going to kind of go on the inside, but you'll see what's happening. So let me fold this thing first. So let's see, what's the best way to do this? I want to fold. Maybe I do want to start with this. So, okay, Well, I'll fold with what I know I need to do. So this will fold down. So that folds down. It's going to go on the inside, right? So it'll go on the inside, and then these are going to fold back out. So I'm going to fold. I'll just use my right on that line that you may not be able to see because it's pretty. It's not a bright line. Okay, so I got it. I'm going to fold it up, and then this piece also needs to fold up. So I'm using my extra ruler to do so. See that? Okay, so that'll kind of form, that's going to form, you know, it's going to fold in like that. Okay, I'm going to fold down these other tabs before I, let's see, that will fold in. So this folds down. I guess I can fold this. No, I'm going to fold that last. Fold this down. This thing's going to be all over the place. These weapons are they're trickier because there's a lot of shapes and they're small. And that's just, you know, that's just the way it is. But I got to fold these. I'll fold these tabs down. But they look, you know, with a little bit of practice, like I said, if you're doing like 4 or more of these things, you'll get good at it, and like the first one, you know, you'll learn from it, and then the other ones will be easier to do. Okay, so I folded those tabs in. I gotta fold this part. Oh, I should have done that when I was folding this. Okay, I'm gonna fold that piece down, and I'll fold this one down. I should have did it when I folded my tabs. Okay, got it. Okay, so you can see, I mean, I can quickly do a test fit. You know, it's going to fold in. These will go on the inside. They're kind of like detail on the inside. It's going to fold in. You know, it's going to make whatever the main body of the gun. Before I glue those in, though, I definitely want to glue these. I definitely want to glue like this piece down. So I'll glue that piece down. I'll glue this piece down, and then I'll glue the beginning of this down. So I'll do that right now. I'll get that stuff out of the way. Whoop, shaking the camera again. It's real. It's like Saving Private Ryan. Everything's shaking. I just need a big lens flare coming out. Remember when lens flares? You probably don't because you're young. Lens flares were all the rage for a while. Just need giant lens flares popping off. So I kind of, you know, I glued that piece. Folded it over and glued it. And I'll do the same right here. All right. So I'm going to fold that over. So I got those pieces ready. Okay. I want to test fit this again because some of these tabs are really large. Let's see. Yeah, it's going to work. They're really big. All right. Whoa. This, you can't see it, but this is really sticking out further than what I would have expected. I could trim it, but man. Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna push these tabs in a little more, and then I'm gonna glue them. I'm gonna glue this thing. I'm gonna glue it all at once. Let's see. That may or may not be a good idea. Okay. You'll find, you know, you may find a better way, and that's, hey, that's fine by me. When you make these better than me, you should make videos about it, like how to build these things. so it'll like help promote my game, and then like I won't have to make videos on how to like build these things. And wouldn't that be great? I think that'd be awesome. You could do such a good job, and I won't pay you a penny, but maybe you'll get a lot of views, you know, from YouTube. Okay. Anyways, okay, so I got glue on the tabs. I'm gonna fold it in. When I move these in, I'm gonna focus on this piece first, because this thing has to be lined up. These things, these side tabs, I can you know, I can position those. So let's see. I want to make sure. Oh, okay, yeah, I'm gonna pull this out. Okay. Okay, so they're kind of going in. It's hard to see, and then I'm gonna like push this thing down. Oh yeah, let's see, did I get it? Yeah. There, I got it. Okay, I'm pinching it. So that's probably okay. And now I want to focus on, wow, okay. Yeah, now I want to focus on the other tabs. I'm kind of holding them down. Ooh, not so great. Let's see. Okay, wow. Well, wow, that went in. I haven't experienced that before. I'm just going to push it up. Maybe, Okay, well, there it is. That's a little better. That hasn't happened to me before. Okay, yeah, that's okay. Okay, I'm going to push this down. I'm going to hold it down. This sticks out, so I'm just going to trim it. It sticks out kind of a decent amount. I'm going to use my hobby scissors and just kind of trim it. There. Okay. These, you know, these pieces are kind of not floppy, but they're not really totally attached. But when I put like the muzzle, you know, of the gun, like it'll kind of help glue all these parts together. And also I have a little brace or a little like sight that kind of glues in there, and that kind of pulls those together. Anyways, here's this piece. So it's, is that focus? So yeah, so here it is. And so I'm just going to place this to the side. Okay, now let's do, this one's more of a box, so let's do that. This is kind of like the, I don't know, the center of the gun. So this is kind of a straightforward rectangular box, so not bad. Probably should have done this before I did that. I'm just going to fold these parts. I'm going to fold, trying to think of the best way. I don't know if it really matters. Here, so I'm going to fold these tabs in. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to come back over here. Oh, I got to do this little tab first. Okay, I'm going to fold these. Okay. Oh, I didn't. Okay. There. Oh, here you can see that's the new center point, right? You'll see when it's all complete. Okay, now I got to fold the tabs this way. Well, or fold the tab and the sides, I guess. There's only one tab over here. Let's see if I can get this. Okay. All right. So I folded, let's see. So I folded all the parts. This is a nice little rectangular shape. Won't be so bad. Let's see. How do I want to do this? I just want to glue it all at once. I don't know if that's the best way. Oh, I know it is. But here you can see it's like a nice, here's like a test fit. It's a box. That may not give you the best results. Let's see. If I glue this, yeah, it's kind of a hassle. I'm going to try to glue all these parts together. I don't remember. I built a bunch of these, and it's been a while since I've built these. I don't remember exactly how I did it. You do, when you glue on these tabs, you want to get right on the line, for sure, and then kind of get it on the rest of the bottom of the flap too. But it really matters right at that line, because that's where it's going to really connect. Yeah, I'm going to try to do all this and just see if I can pull it together in one go. If you need to do like some tabs, go for it. Like maybe I would just glue like these two to this back part first. I mean, you could try something like that. If what I'm about to do doesn't work, you could try something like that, and that you might ease your way into it. Let's see. Let's see if this works. I feel so guilty doing this. Okay. And I'm going to put a little bit of glue right here. Right on the edge. Okay, so now let's see, I'm going to fold them in. Tuck in those sides. Can you see it? Yeah. And then, oh, they have to be on the bottom. Okay, and then I'm going to, okay, I got it. Okay, got it. And then I'm going to press down. Okay, I'm going to hold it. Yeah. This appears that it worked. So hopefully this will work for you, because it's more convenient. But like, you have to be careful, and then like once it starts gluing, oh yeah, look, there's like, ooh, look at that white. So maybe push that in. You can kind of adjust while the thing's drying. Ooh, push that in. You can use the table to help kind of press down certain sides. Yeah, there's a little bit of that white tab showing. I could hold it down like this. You know, if you have a little white showing, as long as it feels like a good shape, like you got it, you can always paint, you know, add a little bit of gray paint or whatever you need to kind of touch it up. Sometimes these don't show because they'll be underneath. Like, so this, like this is the top, and that feels pretty good. Like here, I want that's going to be visible. Press it in, kind of hold it. I think I got this though. This looks good. Some of the more complicated shapes, you do have to do some prep gluing, and I'm looking at that terrible next shape I have to do. I don't exactly remember, but we'll come up with some strategies right while I'm doing this. Okay, this feels pretty good. I should hold it more, but I'm going to put it to the side. So here it is. Let's see if that's going to be in focus. Can't even tell. My preview is really tiny, but there it is. It's just a rectangular box. Okay. Put that to the side. That's going to connect. It's going to, at one point, it's going to, be like that. That looked blurry. Okay. Let's do the magazine. So the magazine is also like a kind of a rectangular box. This shape is not so difficult. It's like the handle. It's the handle that's tricky and tiny. But let's go for it. So first I need to fold down these tabs and sides. I think I'm going to do it like this first. I give you some extra parts on that printout. Like I give you an extra clip and an extra handle in case you mess up that handle. So if you mess it up, you got an extra one. The clip, it might be fun to have an extra clip laying around if you don't mess up. I mean, you could even use it as a ammo token. I have ammo tokens, but I mean, it might be fun to have like a bunch of clips like as your ammo token, like different, like you can have a sniper clip and autocannon clip, but you know, I leave it up to you. You want to do it? Do it. Okay. Oh, did I get this one? Yeah. Okay. So this is just gonna be a box. It's gonna fold together, and this, yeah, this I'll do. I want to make sure I get these white tabs down because they, you know, they'll show that white, and I want to avoid that. I don't want that visible. Okay. Okay, I got it. So I'm gonna add glue, and I'm just gonna fold it. It all just folds together, and then I want to, I want to monitor how it's connecting. Okay. So here we go. So here's that shape. It's gonna fold over like a thin box. Remember, you want to get the glue right on this edge, right here. You want to get on the rest of the tab, but it's really going to connect right at that edge. Okay, white tab. Okay. I don't want to focus on that. Okay, here we go. So I'm just folding it over, and I'm going to try to connect it. I'm going to look at where it's connecting. Okay, not bad. Ooh. Okay. It took a while to really hold this down for such a small part. When you hold it, you want to make sure you're holding it correctly. It can warp like your sides, but it looks like I got it okay. There's a little bit of warpage, but negligible. So there's that piece. I'm going to put this piece aside. Now I have to make the handle for this piece. The handle is really tiny. So here it is. I have to cut that in half, and then I'm going to glue the back. But let's see if I can point to this. These tabs will fold. I'm going to glue them completely together, and then this tab, it'll fold up, and yeah, we'll glue it to the back of the magazine. So first I got to cut this thing in half. This thing's tiny. Oh boy. So here we go. Just going to cut it in half. Okay. They're tiny and gray, so I'm curious if you can even see them. Now I'm going to add some glue on the back. I'm just going to glue them together. While I'm at it, I should probably glue the other thin piece together. Maybe I will. Okay, so I want to glue these together. Now, I may have said this in a previous video. You know, I intended these to just fold over, but you'll get this big white stress mark when you fold it over, and it's better just to cut it in half and just glue it together. Okay, oh my gosh, I glued it. Okay, this piece is tiny. Oh, I got a little white piece I need to trim. Let's see. So it's just right here. So I'll trim off that little white, but that's it. I mean, you gotta just glue it together. Let me see if I can trim off that white. Yeah, it's fine. Okay, now I gotta fold this thing. Let me show you a finished. Let me show you the finished. If I can show you. Okay. So here it is. So you can see, you know, it folds down and over. And there's those little lines. So I got to fold on that, and then I'll add a little bit of glue here, and I'll glue it onto the back of the clip. This is the top of the clip. I'll show you again, but the top of the clip has this little red mark and a little kind of warning, a little red mark and a warning label that you can't read. Oh, and then the arrows are pointing. There's little arrows. You know, they're pointing down, like the clip inserts this way. Okay, well, let's see if I can. I'm just going to fold this thing. The other question is, what's the top? The top has, yeah, this is the top. Oh boy. It's in focus. It has like this extra, it's like slightly browner. Is that in focus? And there's a little rectangle here, little rectangle. So that's the top. So I want to fold the pieces down from that. Okay, here we go. It looks good though. I forget which era. Was it World War II or World War I? But they had a big autocannon, and the magazines had these handles for men to carry. I thought, oh, it's so cool. So that's why we have handles on the back of these clips, so like technicians can, carry them away. Okay, this piece is tiny. Now I need to fold the tab out. I need to fold this tab out. So now I gotta bend it the other way. So I'm gonna just use my ruler. And this piece is tiny. Fold it out. And this is crazy. Fold it out. Okay. Okay, here it is. I know you know what it looks like, but there it is. So I'm going to add a little bit of glue here and here, and just glue it to the back of my clip. I gave you an extra handle in case you mess it up. Or just print more. Okay, so remember, the top, let's see. I do it like this. Focus. Focus. Okay. This is the front. This is the top. There's a red mark, and then this is the front. There's like there's a little warning. There's a warning here. I don't know what that is. Is that vent? Oh, that shows you the that's cool. That shows you the round inside. It's like a little hole. That's supposedly the round. That's a little warning. And then this is the front. The back is just, well, and then this is pointing down, the little arrows. So I need to glue it right here. Okay, I got it. Let's see. I don't know if it's in focus anymore. I'm just going to hold it down. Got it. Is that in focus? There, I'm holding it. This is where you could use something metal or something to hold it down. I got this little metal tool to hold it down. Got it. Okay, so there it is. It's in focus enough. Okay, I'm going to put that piece to the side. So here's I guess it's the bottom and the back. So there's many folds to be made. I'm going to fold here and here. I'm going to fold here. I'm going to fold that tab. I'm going to fold here and then here and here, and then all these tabs fold down. This thing's funky. That's a tiny little side that's going to fold in. This will attach to this, and then there's another tab. Yeah, it's tricky. So I'm going to fold it all, and then I'll show it to you, and hopefully that'll give you a better idea. Let's see, where am I going to begin? I think I'll start with these white tabs, just to get them out of the way. Okay. And then okay, I gotta fold this white tab down. This piece is just giving me anxiety. It's so weird. I mean, it's cool when it's all done, but man. Okay. Got that. Okay, I'm gonna fold this tab. Yeah, let me just point it out again. Let's see, focus. Right here, you're going to cut. So you cut right up to here so that this piece will fold down on that line. Okay, let's try it. I already cut it. There. And then these pieces, oh boy, I got these things to fold. Yeehaw. You'll see it, it'll be ridiculous. For your pleasure, this thing folds. I'm gonna do it like this. Okay. This is gonna fold over. Okay. And then finally, okay, so let's look at how this thing, let's get in focus. Okay, let's look at all the different folds that I had to do. So I mean, this is going to be the shape. So this folds in, that tiny little tab, this kind of folds separately. There's a tab here that's going to go in. So that's going to kind of fold in. You can kind of test fit it in a way. This thing's ridiculous. This back thing, it kind of folds right here. Has all these white tabs. Curious if all these tabs are going to interfere with each other. I don't think they do, but they might. So like you can see, like this is going to come over. Yeah, I usually glue these parts first. Like I get this side. So yeah, you can see. So I'll do those. This is going to come down. Yeah, and then this will like connect. So it's so it's going to make this complicated shape. It's tiny and small. A lot of it gets covered, like a lot of this top stuff gets covered up, but we want to try to get it right. So when I do this back, wow, all these little pieces. So I definitely start with right here, and I want to glue those. I want to get that like connected. So I'll do these first, just these two, and I'll just hold them in place. I'll do both of these. Like I'll get glue on both of them at the same time, but I'll pinch or hold one at a time. Okay, get that out of the way. I don't want you to be in focus. Okay, here we go. So let's see. So I'm gonna push this one in, and I'm just gonna try to line it up. And I'm pinching it there, so I got that. Okay. Let's see, did I get it good enough? I'm going to hold it a little longer. Okay. So that piece, that's glued. Now I want to do this side. So again, I'm going to push it in here. I try to line it up. There's all kinds of parts in the way. Okay, I'm going to pinch it. If you have huge fingers, I'm sorry. I'm not tiny, but my fingers aren't. I don't think I have sausage fingers. I think my fingers are just thin. Thinner for a tall man. Okay, so I'm pinching that. Oh, look, see? A little bit went beyond it, so I have to trim that. Ugh. So here we go. I'll trim it. There's like a little excess here. Okay, just trim that. You may or may not have to do that. Okay, so I got that side done. Let's see, what else do I like to do first? So, well here you can see on the back, or can you? But I've got these 3 tabs. Like I'll be able to like put glue on all 3 of these, and then this will just come over, and I'll just that'll all happen at the same time. Okay, but what I need is, oh boy, is this thing last? So I'm going to do that, test fitting, and then I have this funky little thing. So then maybe and it only has 1 tab, so I just push that in. Wow, that doesn't really. Yeah, you're like, you should have more tabs, Dave. Shouldn't you have a tab on that? No, I mean yeah, maybe, but So I think that's going to happen last, and that may not perfectly line up. It's going to be, yeah, it's going to be like covered up anyways, actually, so mostly. Okay. So I glued these tabs down. Now I'm flipping it over, and I want to do these three, and I actually want to get this one too. So, and I want to try to put them all together. Yeah. Okay, here we go. Glue. These tabs will overlap a little. Kind of smear that around, and then I definitely want to get some glue here. Okay, so I'm trying, yeah, you can't really see it, but I'm putting these things together. I'm going to focus on the back first. So let's see, I'm going to do this. The back, not this, not that. You can see it kind of hanging out there. I'm not worried about that yet. I'm going to hold this stuff down, and then this is where a tool can help me. Oh, that's at an angle. Okay, so this needs to come up. Okay, so I got my tool to pull that up. Oh, that is at an angle. Let me see if I can adjust it. Yeah. Okay. It's at a slight angle, but I'm going to have to go for it. Okay, and then this thing's going to come in. Okay. So using my tool, I'm going to go in and press that tab down. I'm going to try to straighten it out at the same time. All right, let's see. Okay, the computer's talking. Wow. Thank you, computer. Okay, so using my my metal tool, I can really get in there and kind of press down. I can press down on these tabs. It's all right. It's all right. Trying to get it straight. There's a little bit of white showing. Okay. Wow. Yeah, this is a unique piece. Okay. I think I got it. I gotta trim this. I gotta trim that right there. Trim that off. Okay. I wanna push this in. Now, I'm gonna pull my white tab out a little because I want it to really kind of connect here. Yeesh. And again, you want to get it right on that edge. Right on that edge. Okay. I'm going to press down. Okay, here's my piece. You can see I need to trim a little bit of that white tab off. I got it together pretty good. It's not easy. It's a little, you want to like kind of make sure it's not perfectly straight, but that's kind of an unusual shape. The good thing is that it's on the bottom, and there's going to be a lot of pieces on top of it. But I mean, I still want it to be as straight as possible. It's close. It's pretty good. Anyways, I definitely want to trim off that white, so I'm going to trim that off right now. Oh. I didn't trim that. That might be alright. Here, I'm going to trim this a little. Okay. I'm wondering if I should use this opportunity just to glue it to the box. Ooh. So here's how it's going to go, right? It's going to glue like this. and you want to glue it as straight as possible. But this, I don't know if I can show it to you, this sticks out, this side sticks out a little more, so I got to trim it. So I'm going to trim it. That look good. Now I can just try it. Yeah, that's better. So it's going to glue like this. I think we should glue it together. Yeah, I should probably glue that clip on too. I guess I'll do the clip last. Okay, so let's glue this on. So I definitely want to add some glue here, and I want to add some glue up here, maybe on the sides too. Let's do it. All right. Remember on your little ammo box, the yellow dot is on top. That's going to be our new center point. So I'm going to put it here, and you want to kind of look at it from all angles. So let's see. Well, I'm looking at it. You want it to be all lined up. Oh ho ho ho. Doesn't. Okay, so it doesn't perfectly line up. So you want to pick your best view, which is the top. So like I would definitely line up this first, right? Because everything else is underneath. I'm going to hold it, but I'm looking, it's not perfectly centered here. Actually, it's not terrible. But you definitely want it to look better here. I want it to be straighter. I don't even know if I got it perfectly straight. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Okay, so I'm gonna put this. Do I need to show it to you? I'm gonna put this piece off to the side. Okay. Now we need to finish the front of the gun. Let me show you here. We got like the barrel, and then we got this little sight. I hate to say it, but we need to make that sight. No. Yeah, let's make the sight. We'll make the sight first. So the sight is this ridiculously thin, you're welcome, piece. And so you're going to cut it right in half. There's a little, let's see, is that in focus? We're going to cut this in half and glue them together. Then there's a little triangle here. Once we fold them in half, we'll like trim that. And so it'll have a little point at the end. It'll look nice. Okay, so first I'm going to try to cut this thing in half. This is where oh, that's funny. I didn't give you an extra one of these. Yeah, I didn't give you an extra one of these. I should have. This is what you need an extra of. Maybe I'll switch my printout so that you have an extra of this too. Because this piece is ridiculous. It's cool. It's nice. It's a nice piece, but it's fiddly. It's tiny. It's thin. Okay, anyways, I want to glue both halves of these together. You probably can't even see it. It's like, oh, there you can see a little white line. Yeah, that's the strip. I'm going to add a little bit of glue. It's getting all over me. Great. Okay. Okay, here we go. I'll probably have to trim this again. So I bet there's a lot of white on the side. Oh, not too bad. Oh, man. Just try to center it. There's a little bit of white, but I don't even know if I want to trim that because it'll be difficult to trim. Just deal with it. It's like a white scratch or highlight on it. Okay, dare I try to put this into focus? Let's find out. That might be in focus. So I need to trim off this triangle and this triangle. There is a line right here where I fold it in half, and then I also fold it here and here. Okay. Here we go. So I trim those off. And now I'm just going to double check my finished model before I... Do we have the lines on the other side? We do, but we don't have the center line. The top of this has... You can't even see that. there'll be a tiny little center line on the top of this. And yeah, it's gonna go here and fold at an angle. Let's see if I can get that. Yeah. It'll fold at an angle. It's nice. It's a cool little sight. And more importantly, it helps kind of stabilize or kind of reinforce that area. I'm going to fold this, but before I glue it down, I need to get my barrel ready. But here, okay, so there's 3 folds. So from the top, there's 3 lines in the middle. So I'm going to fold here. You can't see this. In the middle. And then the 3rd line right here. Okay, and it's going to look like, that. Okay, anyways, that's tiny. I'm going to put that to the side. I need to make the barrel. I need to make a barrel out of this thing. I need to roll this. Roll it like an old school cigarette. You know, can't smoke cigarettes, they'll kill you. So the trick is how big is the barrel? Well, I don't know. It's big. It's about, well, oh shoot. It's a little smaller than this. So how am I going to achieve that? I use a brush. I wrap it around a brush, but you want a brush that's kind of thicker. Here's a nice army painter brush. This looks pretty good. You want to start rolling on this side so that way when you finish you will have some of these lines. In fact, I'm going to do it more closer to the center so it's a little bigger. You'll notice that this brush is an army painter brush. What is this? This is Precise Detail Army Painter. It's mostly uniform. It doesn't taper off too much. It does a little, but not too much. First, I'm just going to roll it to kind of get the rolling happening. So here we go. I'm going to kind of roll it around. And then, okay, push it in. I'm going to roll it around. Oh. Not so great. Okay, so I'm going to pull it out. Okay, so here you can see that's a little too big, but that's okay. I'm kind of glad. I maybe can come pull it in. Let's see, so that's, yeah, okay. It's fun. Don't you love working with little parts? Trust me, it's going to be cool when it's done. And even if you mess up once, you'll it'll look better and better. I think this is a little too thin, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. Maybe not be mega tight when I'm wrapping it, but like almost tight, so that it's a little bigger than this, but not by much. You kind of know that it's going to need to fit in here. So, okay, I'm going to add some glue. Remember, this part is the on top. So I'll add some glue here. You want to get it right to the edge too of that wrap. Let me see if I can get that. It's okay to wipe. It's almost better to wipe it away later. Okay, let's try that. Okay. So again, I'm putting it in here, kind of in the middle. I'm gonna try it to make it kind of tighter, and then but it won't be super tight. And then I'm gonna hold it. Yeah. So it was a little. Yeah. So it wasn't perfectly tight, which is good. Whatever. Maybe you just get a brush that's a little thicker. Okay. So hey, it worked. Okay. I'm worried that's going to start peeling up. You might want to hold it a little longer. Oh yeah, see that was okay. Now your little, I don't know what these are, lines, vents. I don't know if they might be vents. They might be sci-fi. They're like sci-fi vents for your, barrel. But anyways, it's going to go like this. It's going to go in the middle. And it may not glue perfectly flat, but I'll put a little glue on the sides and the bottom, and then you'll like make sure it's like straight and flat. And I guess I'm going to do that right now. Okay, so I'm going to do glue on the sides and on the back. I can kind of glob it on. This will help support it. Do I need a little more here? Maybe. It's good times. Okay. Oh, yeah, the real question is, what is the top of this thing? Oh, well, you can read, can you even see it? It'll say flash here. I don't know if that's in focus. It'll say flash so that you know that this is the top. It says access here, but also says access on the bottom. So you want it to read flash right here. It says warning. It's tiny. Flash and warning. Okay, so that's the top. It's gonna be like this. Like this line will be straight, and this curves up. Okay, here we go. Little sci-fi vents on the bottom. Push it in, hold it down. Oh, gotta center it. Okay, that looks good. Okay, now I want to make sure it's straight. Oh man, my sci-fi vents are way too big, so I'm gonna pull these up over here. You want to make sure, like that they match. Okay, that's good enough. I'm gonna press in, check if it's straight. For the most part, it is. If it's not, just don't make it connect in the back. Just make it connect on the sides until it is straight. I mean, you're kind of guiding it. A lot of people are going to be like, dude, it's a white barrel. Like, that looks terrible. True. So what you'll do is you'll paint it black. So you'll get your brush, you'll get your acrylic black, because you paint miniatures, don't you? And you'll paint on the inside. You'll paint it, black. I paint like black on the tip. I'll show you. I have that finished one, right? So you'll just paint that. You'll paint that black. I don't need to show that to you. Just don't use your brush will be wet with water, but don't like have it overly wet. I mean, this is paper after all. And then, oh gosh, is that done? And then if you have a little white, you can always paint a little bit of gray in there too. Just match the color. Oh, here's a little, just paint a little gray. If it bothers you, if it doesn't bother you, then just have fun. Don't worry about it. Some people will be like expert modelers, and that's great. I'm glad. I'm glad you would spend the time to build them. And then, yeah, so if it bothers you, yeah, you just paint a little bit gray there, match. Okay, so I got this. The tops are still kind of floppy or not really connected. That's where our sight comes in. So the sight, how can I show it to you? I'm going to show you the finished one. So here's how it's going to go. Let's focus. The angle of that point goes this way. So you're just going to glue it right to the edge. And then it's going to, you'll have your little triangle sight. Does it need a sight? It's a drone. Maybe not, but it looks cool, right? Maybe there's like an infrared sight, like right here in the eye. Of course, but this looks nice. It's a different kind of shape, it looks great. So again, the point comes in. Yeah, is that even focus? The point will come in, and you'll just I'll add glue here, glue this on. I'll glue here and on the other side, and just glue it on. So here we go. Let's give it a try. I'm going to start by adding my glue here on the right here. Got it. And then a little bit of glue here. Try not to do too much of this now. Okay. My sight is got to make sure it's the right way. So this says flash, so it reads correctly. Yikes. Put this on the top. Okay, here we go. Okay, get it right up to the edge. Push it down. Okay, I'm pinching it. Okay. Got to push it up. Wow. Yeah, so you want to kind of look at it, even though your hand will be in the way like mine. You want to make sure everything's kind of working together. Dude, yeah, it's not easy, but hey, it looks neat. This does add some nice support to the front of your autocannon. Looks good. Remember, you will paint black in that barrel if you have black. I mean, I'll show you. You know, it looks way better. Trust me. Like, Dave, how come you just didn't do double-sided printing? You have black there. Because you're gonna paint it black. It would have like rubbed off like the black. You would have had to touch it up with black anyways. Okay, I think I got it. You can see this better than me. It adds a lot. Paint that black. Here, I'll show you. Here's the black. Yeah, see, looks nice. If it doesn't bother you, leave it white. Okay, now I want to glue. Now I'm going to glue these pieces together. Let's see. How much am I going to do it? I tend to have this. You know, I mean, it could be straight like that, but I like to have this a little above the box. So I'll just glue that. This will take some time, but I'll probably start gluing it and then skip to the end. So here we go. Oh, I think I need more glue. Okay, I'm gonna hold it. You want to make sure it's straight. That looks straight enough. I'm gonna hold it. Okay, so I glued it. Now I need to glue my magazine on top. So I'm just gonna add some glue right here. Again, you'll notice there's a new center point. It's like a tiny yellow dot there. There's going to be two little arrows pointing down, and you're just going to center this clip right on that, and you're going to hold it. You want to make sure it's all lined up. I'm going to try to line this up as best I can, and I'm going to hold it in position. Okay, here you can see I have the auto gun put together. I got the clip, body, you know, barrel. Now I need to glue this to the plate. So I have the plate. There's a yellow dot there, and you know there's a yellow dot on the top of your gun right here. I can't really. So you want to kind of imagine lining those up. If you know, you'll line them up okay. If you don't line them up absolutely perfectly, it's fine. Your goal is to line them up, and then this will be your new center point of your autocannon. So I'm gonna glue this on. I'm gonna add some glue right here on the bottom, and then you want to hold it for a while. Okay, well, here it is. Here's the completed autocannon. You'll have these tabs on the plate. This will fit into the back of your crab. So I'm just gonna move this to the side. I'm gonna show you the one that's more dry. You will have cut, I don't remember if I mentioned this in the crab chassis video, but right on this edge you're going to cut a line with your X-Acto blade, and right here, and that is where these tabs are going to go in. So I'm going to press them in. The nice thing about this, so it just kind of it goes in, and this one goes in. So the nice thing about that is you can switch out weapons, right? So if you need an autocannon or an EMP or you know, sniper, you can just switch them out, right? So that's real nice. But that's the autocannon. So that's the autocannon. I recommend you make a bunch of these, like four or more of them. You definitely want 2 on a team. Well, I mean, I like to have 2 at the ready, but it's up to you. So build them and have fun playing Junk Runners Skirmish.